Hello and welcome to SBK Unplugged, Sheldon Bosley Knight's Land and Property Podcast. My name is Kate Gould and I'm the host of the show. Today I am with our director, Gary Simpson, who is not only director but co-founder of See It Here First. Nice to see you, Gary. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you, Kate.
Before we kick off, I would like to say a big thank you again to Mill Street for hosting us in their lovely studio. So thanks very much, guys, for having us back again. So, Gary, See It Here First. It's been 3 short months since See It Here First was launched, and you've had some incredible statistics that you shared with me earlier. So I wanted to find out how it's been going and really a bit about the plans for the future now that you're sort of building things up. But I just thought I'd share some of the statistics. So, and even while we were speaking beforehand, you know, the figures seem to be just going up and up and up, but you've got 23.7 thousand active users, which is quite incredible because there was, in the trade press earlier this week, one of the national portals was boasting about 400,000 active users last year. So given that we're quite a small area, you know, 23.7 is quite a large number. You've currently got 855 properties on there, 58,000 property views so far. I mean, that's incredible. 480 viewings booked, 61 mortgage quotes. I mean, you know, it just sort of gets better. How have you been able to do that? And so quickly.
Okay. Well, the stats are really good. We look at the stats every Sunday. I tried not to look every day, although today I have. And like you said, they were going up. But the way we've done it is by doing it organically. So we're really focused on obviously being the co-owner of Bezos Estate Agents. We have added a link, we've added a sentence into the email. So let's say, for example, Kate, that you was to book a viewing with us. It'd have all your confirmation on there, and there'd be a sentence to say, if you'd like to see properties before they go onto the national portals, please click here. And of course, that person at that moment in time is looking for properties. So why would you not click there to go see properties 5 days at least before they go onto the national portals? And the other thing that we really focus on as well, which we're really passionate about, is going into the community groups. So Alice in social media, she will go into the community groups daily, the groups that she's allowed into, and she'll just let people know about See It Here First and how they can see properties before the national portals. So that audience is from those two ways.
Right. Yeah. And that's just as simple as posting in a local social media group. Yeah,
just maybe a success story saying that we've got 6 viewings on this property. If you're currently looking for a property and want to see properties first, please click on this link. So that's what's driving the audience. I think there's a stat, I won't remember top of my head. I think you did jot it down over the last, was it 28 days, how many people have come from the organic Facebook page?
Nearly 4,500.
Yeah.
Just in the last 28 days.
28 days, yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, so that's how we're trying to do it, is the people that are actually looking right now.
Yeah, I mean, you must be delighted because, like I said, it's only 3 months since you launched. So, I mean, these are quite amazing figures for just 3 months. Yeah,
we really are. We're really delighted with the figures. One of the figures on there is obviously we have sold 8 properties exclusive. So when they've been in the exclusive status on See It Here First, we've sold 8 properties from there. You mentioned the mortgage leads, the conveyancing leads, and along the way we've also done a lot of learning. I think when I sat here on the first podcast, we are going to listen to the agents, because if we listen to the agents, we'll get this right.
Yeah.
So the agents on there obviously straight away was Bezos, then it was Sheldon Bosley Knight and Andrew Granger. And we just keep learning. We keep making sure that we get it right. One of those things was we added a button on every property on See It Here First, there's a button, share. And what we're doing is we're encouraging homeowners, when the property goes on to See It Here First for the first time, we're encouraging homeowners to share their property onto their social media. And I know you jotted down the stats of the success story that I mentioned to you, and there's a guide on the website on See It Here First. But that particular homeowner, she shared it on her Facebook, she shared the property on her Instagram, and she also went above and beyond, which we didn't ask her to do, but we've taken the idea now, and she put the link to her property on her actual Instagram page as well. So it just sat there on her main profile.
Yeah.
And I think you've got the stats on that one.
Well, yes, I have, because that really struck me actually, that just something very simple as putting it on when you've got a property to sell. And I've been struck in the past going on my own Facebook or Instagram page and seeing friends of mine or people that I know vaguely who've said, oh, I've got a 3-bedroom semi in, wherever it is, we're having to sell, we're moving to wherever, if you know of anybody. And it's very powerful, because then you're naturally curious, aren't you? And you want to go and have a little bit of maybe a sort of a little look. But this particular one, and that struck me, was that by her doing that and you creating the sort of almost like, it looked like a bit of a template almost.
Yeah, that's what it is.
She got 1,300 views just from that one listing. And then from that, she got 6 viewings of motivated buyers, which resulted in an offer above asking price within 4 days, I think it was. 4 days. Yeah. And the offer was accepted within 11. Yeah. And not only that, but she got 11 grand over the asking price. So that's a really powerful message that you've got for sellers, isn't it? Yeah. And is that kind of the thing that's being replicated now, that with, that you're, I guess, a key selling point for sellers is that this is what you can do? Yeah,
now that we've got that first success story. So at first we were just testing things manually. So that actual process there was a manual, we manually tested that. So we had that button to share. And then we thought, okay, we don't just want the share button to sit there. Let's test it. So when that homeowner instructed, we created a template email. We sent it to the homeowner, kind of saying, hi Kate, thank you for instructing Bezos. We encourage you to share your property. If you'd like to do that, please click here. And like you said, it then is a template, so making it simple for homeowners. And then that evening, I just kept watching and watching. Then I was jumping on the system to see any viewings were getting booked, and I was seeing the viewings go up. I was thinking, wow, okay, now we need to make this into a nice, simple process. So where we've got it to now is when a homeowner instructs us, obviously that's the first trigger for a property to go on to See It Here First, with an image saying coming soon with all the basic information. The homeowner also now gets that email every time with that success story attached to it as well. And that's very tangible, because if they got an actual case study that they can see, it's like, oh wow, I could do that. And I can do that, because everybody's on social media, aren't they? So it's a very easy way, isn't it? And that's it, making it simple for the homeowners, one click. And I've always been very big in getting the homeowner involved. We work together to get the property sold in terms of an estate agency point of view. So actually seeing the success of that, the lady that you mentioned, I think as we grow, it's going to be huge. And homeowners like to show their properties off, and their friends like to share it. So it's going to get a reach. And I always say, when it comes down to marketing a property, all you're trying to do is tick every box in marketing. There's no one way is going to get your property sold. But what you want to be able to say is, actually, when it comes to marketing, we're doing everything that we need to be doing. Yeah, absolutely. So for buyers then, what are the attractions for in terms of See It Here First? And we obviously, for sellers, you get it on the portals, on the See It Here First portal before it goes on the bigger portals, don't you? And and you were saying that it's sometimes some considerable time before it goes on the national ones. But for buyers, what is it for them? What's in it for them to go through See It Here First? Yeah, so just what you touched on there, that lady there, you mentioned 11 days in total by time offer was accepted. If you think of the actual journey, this homeowner's property has gone on when she's clicked instructed. We still need to get photos of the property. We still need to do all the compliance checks in the background, and we still need to build the listing. So I don't have the stats on our average when someone instructs when the property actually goes live on the national portals, but I'd imagine it's, you know, it can be between 5 to 10 days. That homeowner's actually had an offer accepted on her property. So when the team are now going out, they're now mentioning See It Here First. They've got the case study, and it's almost like, yeah, brilliant. You know, we've not got to accept an offer. Some homeowners turn around and say, actually, if I'm getting that off market, what would I get on the national portals? And we just say, well, we don't know, but if you want to try, let's try. But we might lose that offer, but ultimately it's your decision. So yeah, homeowners are finding it really powerful now. We're getting lots of great feedback from homeowners. And then with the buyers, again, it's introducing it the moment in time when they need it. So the fact that they booked a viewing with us, now they've got a link to see properties before the national portals, it's the fear of missing out. But not only the fear of missing out, it's genuine. You are generally, the way we've set it up, you are going to see every property. Every agent that signed up for See It Here First, you are going to see that the property first on See It Here First. It's just a fact.
It's like what it says on the tin.
Yeah, what it says on the tin. That's correct. We're not saying you'll see properties here first, and actually it's just being drip fed. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. The way that the developers built it is that you'll always see it here first.
Yeah, and so they know then that they're in a pole position to go in and see the property firsthand and then make an offer if they want to.
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct.
So they're always ahead of the game, basically.
Ahead of the game, that's correct. They've not got to, because, you know, you hear stories now when you go out, you know, I keep missing out on properties, and certain agents, they show properties exclusive to their database, their CRM database. So people are missing out. So as See It Here First grows, everyone's got that opportunity to actually see properties before the national portals.
Because I think that's for a lot of buyers, particularly first-time buyers, who find it already quite a struggle to get on the property ladder because of, you know, mortgage rates, finding the deposit and things like that. And, you know, you watch programs like Location, and that's a common complaint amongst first-time buyers particularly, that, oh, well, we missed out on these properties and we missed out on this property. And, you know, so to be able, for them particularly, to see a property and go for it, that's again quite powerful, isn't it?
Yeah, and it also allows them to gain knowledge. It allows them, like you said, when they're on the national portals looking at the properties, it's quite speed, rush, and they might not get the answers to some of the things they're worried about. What we've done in the last 3 months on See It Here First as well, if you go to the website now, is that we have created a section called Guides.
Yeah.
And what we're trying to do is all the fears that people have, give them the solutions to the things they're worrying about. So yeah, there's a section Guides, and we're just listening to people. We're listening to the things people are fearing, first time buyers, whoever it may be. And then we're creating nice, simple guides on them to, this is the solution, don't worry. So yeah, it's becoming a real helpful hub as well.
Yeah. So this resource hub then, you've got things like presumably the importance of getting a decent solicitor on board, mortgage approved in principle.
Yeah.
What other things have you got? Things like how to, you know, removal vans and things like that. I mean,
yeah, we've got that. We've got questions to ask on a viewing.
Yeah, because you would never normally. I mean, it's like going for a job interview, I suppose, isn't it? Because you sometimes think, oh, well, I wish I'd asked that question, and, you know, perhaps I should have asked this. You know, so that must be quite useful. Yeah,
it's really useful, and we obviously tested it at Bezos. You know, on the Bezos website right now, more and more guides are being added all the time, because every time we get somebody ask a question and we've not got a guide on it, and we know we're potentially going to get asked again, we create the guide and give it to them and giving people knowledge. So we've kind of taken that from the success of what we've experienced at Bezos, and now we're putting that into See It Here First. And you've got to remember, because it's ahead of going on the national portals, it's really rewarding to be able to start giving people guides on fears they may have at that early stage, so early on in the process. So yeah, they're going to keep getting added now, because all we ask from homeowners, viewers, buyers is, what guide would you like to, what was you worried about along the way? We'll go write it. So,
So have there been any kind of sort of subjects that you thought, oh, we should have thought of that, or that's quite an interesting one, I hadn't really thought that might be an issue, or is it just that people come up with ideas sort of, oh, well, I wish you could produce something like that?
No, I think it comes from like the case study. That one, we just, wow, okay, this has worked. Let's write a guide on it. Let's get it onto the website. Let's show homeowners the success of it. We can also use that for the buyers to show that actually properties are getting sold off here.
It's like almost like a one-stop shop for people who are buying and selling, because you've got everything there now, haven't you?
That's it. That's the most important thing, is just giving everything they need to see is on See It Here First. And I think that's really important to do, because we're a step ahead of the national portals. We want to make sure we're the people informing them of everything that they need to know at that stage. Yeah.
So as well as the buyers and sellers, I know that there are ambitions to invite and encourage other agents locally, and I suppose as you build sort of locally, it will grow geographically. How are you going to be able to do that? Because I know one of the things that you said right at the beginning was that the ambition was that you weren't going to charge, or you didn't want to charge. So how are you going to encourage other agents, and then, in terms of the finance, how's that going to work?
Okay, so we obviously had in a fortunate position to first test things on Bezos, and then we got the properties from Sheldon Bosley Knight and Andrew Granger on. At both stages, we're learning. We're always learning. We have got another estate agent on from Warwick, and we've got 2 agents on at the moment, kind of who I know, personal relationships with. They're both on boarding. And 2 things that kind of come from there. One of them mentioned about, because every time that someone books a viewing, I ask them the question, would you like to speak to a mortgage advisor to ensure that you're getting the best possible rate at the moment? Something like that. When they click yes to that, what we're going to do moving forward is, if agent A on the high street has a relationship with a mortgage advisor already, when someone on their particular property requests a viewing and says yes to a mortgage, it will go to the mortgage advisor they have a relationship with. Right. So again, that's come from sitting down and listening. So it's been really important for us to do what we said at the start, which is listen to people, and keep putting the solutions in place. And actually, with these 2, one of them I've known from the very, very start. It was actually one of the people that inspired me behind Bezos. I'm still getting him to sign up, to come on to See It Here First. I had a great opportunity last week because they were ready to sign up, but I was in a meeting, came out, I was like, I've missed you. Can we get you signed up now? And obviously people are busy. So the developer's been working really hard in the background, where an agent can click a button. Then from the moment they click that button, it creates their account in the background. As soon as they log in to See It Here First, the terms of business will come up. And then the last thing for them to do is just put a little access code in, which we show them how to do that. And once they do that, all their properties sync from their CRM straight into See It First, and they're up and running. Yeah. So it's been really important for us for over the last few months, is taking away friction and making it simple. So to answer your question, in the next couple of weeks, that's going to be ready. And then what we'll do is we will go to the community groups. We will go to Instagram. We do already. We will follow estate agents that are local. I'll start going out and going to property events, and we'll just start saying to people, look, if you'd like to join See It Here First, this is how it works. Click here and you'll be able to join within 5 minutes. Yeah. So we've been learning. Yeah.
And then the cost aspect as well, because most of the, like I'd say the major portals, they do charge agents, and obviously there's a lot in the trade press at the moment about the fees that some portals are charging, but your ambition was always that you really didn't want to charge for it, and it would be actually the portal that pays. So is that still the ambition then?
Yeah, we've got our page, the Portal That Pays. That is a page on social media, and that's where we follow estate agents, and that is what we're pushing. The vision is to not have to charge a subscription, and where it's going to come from, to answer your question, is the mortgage leads, the conveyancing leads. That's what's going to pay See It Here First. But that's where we've listened to the agents, and when we've sat down and spoke to them, and they have those strong relationships, and they're saying, actually, we don't want to lose our relationship with our mortgage advisor. That's where we have been working on to find solutions. So when an agent joins us in a few weeks, they will log on and they'll just go on, put in their mortgage advisor. When a lead comes through, it will go to them, and See It Here First will get a payback as well. And the most important thing for that, and now as we've met people, they've understood that there's actually not been much friction, because they understand that the national portals are taking this data and they're selling it. They're selling it to big banks, to conveyancers, to removal companies. So actually the agent don't get any kickback from that. They're losing it. So that by the time they get an inquiry through a national portal, a lot of the time the lead's kind of gone and it's gone elsewhere. So because we're ahead of the national portals, it's given us that data back, becoming the portal that pays.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you've been going 3 months or so. What are the plans for the future? I mean, it sounds like it could go all over the country, you know, if you wanted it to. Is that the ambition, or are you sort of a bit more modest perhaps than that? that is the ambition. We actually was on a call 9:30 this morning with a gentleman called Simon, very well connected in the industry. Asked for a See It Here First jumper when we put out the original podcast. He loved it, went on to it, loved what we're building. And he has access to, on his social platform, a couple of thousand of agents. He works with over 200 agents. And he started mentioning See It Here First to people, and they're very keen to start joining. And of course, with See It Here First, because the way it's set up, you can kind of join no matter where you are, whether you're all the way up north or all the way down south. So I think when that one-click button is ready, we are going to now just onboard estate agents, no matter where they are. So to answer your question, we want to go national. But the most exciting thing for myself, Rowan and Mike, is every time we bring on an agent is understanding what the next obstacle is, because we know there'll be a solution. So, you know, we know, and as we said on the first ever podcast, is that as long as we continue to listen to the agents, we'll get this right. And the first few months, I'm definitely confident in that. So yeah, it's building it one step at a time and getting it right, not rushing it, keeping it simple for homeowner, for viewer, and for the agents that join as well. Yeah, excellent. Oh, well, that's fantastic. Thanks so much, Gary. That was really interesting. I mean, it's just incredible that you've got to where you have done in such a short amount of time. So really the world's your oyster, I think. So amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
and
Kate.
thank you for sharing all the amazing stats. Yes, do log on to See It Here First and check out all the properties for listing, and then if you've got a property to sell, you might want to just check out as well. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you again next time. Thank you.